Awesome. Thank you for tuning in. Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of High Low News. As always, we have some dope interviews and people in the community that we want to share their story. And today is no different. I'm so excited to interview my sister, my friend, event planner, marketer, great mom, businesswoman, all around great person, Quadera Tart. She has a new summit coming up, and it's all about female entrepreneurs. It's the ManifestHer virtual summit. I'm actually going to be one of the panelists, and she has dope women who are going to be telling you millions of dollars worth of growth strategies and so many things to grow your business. And she's going to tell us all about this and why you should definitely register and attend. So without further ado, let me bring my homegirl onto the screen. What's up, Quadera?
Hey, hi everybody. Hi Janae. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Thank you so much for doing this. I know like you're in the thick of it all planning this conference, but I'm so happy that you're taking time to do this interview with High Low News.
Yeah, I'm happy you're taking the time to get me to talk about it. I need to talk about it more because I'm very passionate about it. And so I'm excited.
Yay. So let's just jump right in. What
Okay.
made you say, I'm going to create this conference, especially catered toward female founders? What was the inspiration for this?
Well, women specifically have been struggling this year, Janae. But prior to 2020, COVID, pandemics, all of that, women were still struggling, women in business, So I've been coaching since 2010, coaching and consulting since 2010, 11. And the number one thing that female entrepreneurs, founders, women in business struggle with is confidence. And so I have this theory that I came up with probably a couple of months ago. I started to think and wonder, we're talking about all these glass ceilings and, left out of boardrooms and all of that kind of stuff. And then something hit me one day while I was running, because things are always hitting me while I was running. I thought to myself, are these things really keeping us out of these places? Or are we keeping ourselves out of these places more than people are really keeping us out? Are we so afraid to actually knock on the door that we don't even really know if the door might be open or not? So what I wanted to do was inspire, motivate, encourage, and empower and equip women from the inside so that it would begin to explode and manifest to the outside. And I believe that we will begin to see a shift if we continue to do more of this kind of work, empowering and equipping women from the inside at the same time as providing them with, the marketing tools and strategy and technology tools and all of that. But there's a shift. There's something that has to happen on the inside to help us connect all the dots together so that we are no longer afraid and apologetic about going after the thing that we got in business for in the first place, which was to be successful.
You know what? That's a word because as a female founder myself, it's something that I've struggled with since I began High Low News over the years. It's like having that confidence and to know that I deserve certain things and to go after certain things. And so I'm so happy that you're going to tackle that. And I forgot to mention that High Low News is one of your media partners, media sponsors. So we're excited about that. Official.
Media sponsor.
So we're going to be making sure we get the word out. And this is a part of that as well. But we definitely are excited to be partners, especially with a conference that is geared toward women. What are some panels that are going to focus on, I guess, building confidence in certain things? Like, what are some highlights that people should look forward to?
So I'm super excited about the way this summit has dynamically come together and things just started flowing for me. But I have my notes here because I don't want to miss anything. But
Girl, it's
every
okay. Have that cheat
every
sheet. This ain't that deep. Hit all them points.
yes. So I have my notes here. Everything about this summit is geared towards women. I have 16 key points that I believe can help women shift in their businesses, right? And in life. But a lot of times women think business comes before life when it's actually life comes before business. And then the business flourishes, right? So some of the things, all of the topics are ending in her. So what I did was I took all of the words that we use on a regular basis and I geared them towards women. So we have scalar, like you want to become a scaler in your business, but instead it's scale her. So how do we help her scale from the inside out? And we have some dynamic people on that panel. I think you've already interviewed one of them, Latoya Stirrup from Kazmalaje. Did
Yes.
you? Okay.
I think I did her actually I did her podcast. And you know what? I did interview her. We wrote an article about her hair company Kazmalaje. I love it. I gotta order my products.
So she is doing amazing things in the industry right now. She is breaking down doors, breaking down barriers, and she's from right here where we're from in Miami, right? Yeah. And she's from like deep in Miami, and her roots
Coconut Grove.
So deep, way back with her grandfather being one of the founding Bahamian leaders in Miami. So I'm excited to have her in Scaler. It's called Scale Her from the Top, not the bottom. So many times when we get into business, we hear this idea like, you got to start from the bottom. I was about to curse.
Oh, you can curse. This is Hollow News. We curse over here.
When I started from the bottom, we want to start with the top mindset. So even if we're not there yet, if we're starting from up here, we are going to keep climbing and climbing and climbing. So how do we start from the top and not the bottom? That's a conversation about starting up and scaling. We also have Ernisha on that panel.
Another friend of the show.
Who just a week ago dropped the bomb on us about the
reality show.
The reality show. So come on now. I'm so excited about that panel. We also have Socialize Her. So how do you become a socializer that helps you diversify and expand your network? Many people are out here, many women, female business owners are out here networking, but are not really clear on what they're networking for, how to network, how to build partnerships, how to collaborate with people so that it helps you expand your business, right? We are touching on that. But then we also have our Deeper series, which is spelled Deeper. Now, I know there are some people, I looked it up in the Urban Dictionary, and apparently deep her means something, but that ain't what we're talking about. We're teaching female entrepreneurs how to go deeper within to get everything that they want outside of them. So we have deeper solutions, deeper alignment, and how to energetically align with the woman you see in your dreams that you set out to be from the very beginning. So how do you energetically align with that woman? How do you pull from her the wisdom that she's pouring into you? I could get so deep into this right now.
I know I'm about to snap my fingers. This is like poetry and deep TED Talk.
Wisdom from her, your future self, and begin to apply it right here, right now, in order to reach that destination. So, I mean, I could go on and on. I'm very excited about our FoundHer series. It's a crowdfunding conversation, raising capital for female entrepreneurs. And I'm actually looking for 2 more panelists still who have a crowdfunding campaign that they want to bring awareness to We are offering a commercial spot during the summit, as well as them coming on and talking about, what it is that they're doing in their crowdfunding campaign, what platform they're using, all of that kind of stuff. And right now, the person who will be featuring and leading that panel for us is Donette Bruce, who is also a Miami native, and not just Miami native, but where I'm from, whoop whoop, Miami Gardens.
Hey, AKA Carol City, depending on what part of the tracks you from.
I'm from the part of Carol City, but for everyone else, I want to make sure I keep it politically correct.
Yeah, we can say that. I always say I'm both. I say I'm Carol City and Miami Gardens, depending on what day it is and how far you push me.
That's so good. What day it is. You're so right.
Like Miami Gardens is my classy side. Like, hey, how you doing? And Carol City is the one you don't want to fuck with. I'm sorry, I cursed in your interview, but yes, we all about peace. This is why I need to come to the summit to learn how to get my inner good to go with my outer.
I like that, to get your inner to go with your outer. Yes. So we have so many. I'm going to be leading a meditation on Saturday, the 12th. And I'm calling that breather, so let's take a breather from the week. Let's take a breather from everything that's been going on in 2020. And Janae, I want to say this too. One of the other main reasons that I put together this summit too is because when COVID happened, everybody started scurrying around like little ants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is how I see it. So they started scurrying around like little ants, like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? They also did the same thing when Donald Trump became president. Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? Every time something happens, it's like everybody's running, oh my God, what do I do? And what I want women, people to really remember is that no matter what is going on in the world, I want you to remember that somebody and companies somewhere are prospering and succeeding. So why can't that be you? What we must do is find out what they're doing to succeed and prosper, and then find out how we can get a piece of that action. Don't ever think that, oh my God, the world is doomed, because somebody, and I'm doomed, because somebody and companies somewhere are prospering and succeeding. So that can also be you too. So I'm always going to be that reminder, or that beacon of hope, that beacon of light, to remind you that all you have to do is just connect and click back in to manifest what it is you really want. There's always the answer. There's always a solution to every problem.
Yes. And I love the fact that you're talking about the holistic side, and it's kind of like the spiritual or the personal side, because a lot of times it's always like, hey, can you just go hard and don't worry about that and don't sleep and all this other craziness that we do. And I love the fact that you're like, no, it's about that balance. And you're kind of like, it's the personal that's important, and not just the business part of it. And it's almost like, if the personal is good, then your business is going to be good. Can you tell me why you decided to focus on that? Like, did something happen within your business life that you're like, this needs to be a shift, and women especially need to have that type of focus?
So after I have two daughters. One is 12 and the other is 2. And after, before I got pregnant with the 2-year-old, Babe calls me a busybody. I was out a busybody doing my thing, But then pregnancy happened, and I'm just I haven't been a good pregnant person in my past. People can hear you.
This is what happened when you're live. This is just life. I just had some behind the scenes stuff going on while we were talking. I'm like, hey, so we get it.
People can hear you. This is a live interview. This is my real life. Oh
I
my
know, never
God.
a dull moment. And I think that speaks more to what you were talking about, like your point of, the balance of the two, the personal and the business.
This is my point exactly. So after I had the 2-year-old, I was not in the best headspace. I was not diagnosed, but I think that it was postpartum depression. All the signs led to postpartum depression, right?
Oh.
And so it just was really hard to get back to my vivacious, like ready to go, empowering people self. And one day, my friend said to me, who's also one of the speakers, her name is Steph Sanford. She said to me, you're having a bad day, just go outside and just walk for 10 minutes. So I went outside, I walked for 10 minutes, felt the sunlight coming in on me. And the next day, I went outside and I walked for 20 minutes. And then the next day, I went outside and walked for 20 minutes again. 20 minutes turned into 30 minutes every week. 30 minutes of walking turned into 45-minute runs. 45-minute runs turned into walking and running for 2.5 miles every day. Then that spilled over into me eating better. Then that spilled over into me getting back into my yoga practice. Now, all of this time, I was trying to get back to business, get back to work, but it just wasn't clicking. It just wasn't happening right for me. I ended up taking some contracts that also were not fulfilling to me. They actually depleted me and made me even more sad because I really was taking the contracts just to try to get back in the game. And also because I needed money and I wanted money, right?
That's a real thing.
But I allowed them to drain me, and it wasn't them. It's not them. It was because I wasn't taking care of myself, and I thought the money was going to be the solution and getting back in the game was going to be the solution, when really the solution was finding time to take care of myself. I was taking care of everyone else in my household, but I needed to take care of me. So the moment I started taking care of me, magic began to happen in my business, in my life. The ideas began to flow. The people I started to attract were different. I'm giving you another example. This ManifestHer Summit was created. In the old mindset that I had, I would have not created the ManifestHer Summit because I would have thought that every single one of you guys who were my speakers were out of touch and out of reach. Why would they want to talk to me? Why would they want to join this summit? Who am I? All of that imposter syndrome stuff. So that's where I have my theory that I'm going to be running like a little I can't think of the word, but I'm going to run something, an experiment, there we go, in 2021, because I want to know, yes, these glass ceilings, these doors, they're closed, but how much do we really try to open them? How many times do we really try to open them? Will Janae say yes to me? Will she be my speaker? No, Janae's busy. I don't have anything going on. Will Oprah have me on her show? I'm not even gonna ask because I don't have Gabby Bernstein stuff yet, all of that stuff. So are the limitations really there, or are they being placed in the world by us, and so the limitation manifests? It sounds kind of crazy, but I'm gonna rock with the experiment and see what happens. So this is actually the beginning of the experiment.
Wow, I love that. And a lot of things that you said, they're so real and they're so true, because a lot of people, oh man, I'm getting kicked. I don't know if that's me.
Kickback?
Yeah, it was some kickback, but it stopped now. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, but a lot of people they don't pay attention to, like you said, sometimes we're taking contracts that are not good for us. They don't serve us. We're doing stuff, I think it's this clip that I see Master P say all the time is like, never do a deal when you broke or whatever. Like he's like, it's like the worst thing you could do is like it. And honestly, that has been my experience. It's like, if I've been in that desperate place, or like it's for money, those contracts, those clients never work out. Is when I'm operating from a happy place, when I'm walking in my purpose, if it's a good alignment, those are always good. And so I'm so happy that your conference is highlighting this. Kadir, how can people register? What do people need to do? They're hearing this good stuff and they need to be a part of it. What do they need to do to make sure that they don't miss out?
All you need to do, registration is easy, actually. Just go over to www.manifesthersummit.com, and like, you don't even have to read everything. Just right there at the top is a registration button. You just put in your name and your email address, and voila, you have a ticket, and you'll receive an email from me with all the instructions on how you will access your first day of the summit.
Wow.
And I just want to say too that I think it was while I was pregnant or after I was pregnant, that Solange album with Master P doing the
a seat at the table. Yes, that
one. Life changing. There was one thing he said on there that was so amazing. It was something about, when he was getting a record deal. Somebody was coming to give him a record deal, and he said, this man was getting ready to offer me, I think he said like $1 million or something.
I know exactly the clip because I was on a seat at the table was on loop, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
He was about to offer me $1 million, and I had to stop and think to myself, now if he's about to offer me $1 million, I must be worth 40 million for him to do that. But see, this is what I'm talking about with the ManifestHer Summit. You got to be in the right headspace, in the right emotional space, in the right mental space for you to be able to hear and think clearly like that. You cannot be bogged down by emotions and or what you eat. One of the topics that we're talking about in the ManifestHer Summit is called Cleanser, which is Cleanse Her. How detoxing the body and eating clean can help you manifest her. When I eat certain things, man, I'm all messed up. You can't even cookies, banana pudding, the sugar sends a signal to your brain that makes your brain cloudy, which makes it hard for you to process things. So it's not even just about the spiritual aspects. There is a total woman in business that needs to show up to the table. There is a total glow up that has to happen. I can't even tell you how many DMs I get of people who have been following me since 2011 that say to me, wow, sis, you really look glowed up.
I was going to say that. I was like, her light is godly. And I was like, maybe it's this, she's working out and eating good. I was like, that skin is on point. It's a glow for real.
It's a combination of a bunch of different things, and how I feel energetically, how I feel on the inside of my body, and how I feel in this space that you can't see, right? Like this aura around me. All of that has, it's about how I feed all of that. How I feed all of that. So I had a friend who was going through something, and I told her, I said, well, I'm having the time of my life. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my whole life right now. But I straight up told her, I was like, ain't no fun, which is my mantra. I was like, ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. So how am I feeling good and you don't feel good? Let's set up a time every single week, and let's get you to a place and a space where you feel good. After we work together for 30 days, this is my friend, okay? But it's no fun if you rising to the top and you feeling good and you can't take your folks with you if they're ready and willing and open. 30 days of us working together, she was able to, I get so happy. She was able to get 2 acting contracts because she's an actress. She was
Oh,
able to
wow.
get 2 acting contracts. She lost 25 pounds because that was one of the things she was working on. But it wasn't because I was there working out with her. It was just a reprogramming that needed to happen in order for her to begin to do well in her life and her business again. When she got good in her life, then the contracts and things started to flow to her. So I just wanted to give someone an example.
Yeah, and so these type of tips are what people are going to be able to pick up and learn when they come to the summit, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's going to be COVID safe because it's all virtual. So it's no excuse. You can watch from anywhere. I'm really excited about some of these panels, especially that one about funding and crowdfunding, the one I'm going to do.
Your panel is called See Her. Wait, where is your panel? Yeah, your panel is called See Her, Digital Revolutionaries Pushing the Female Entrepreneur Agenda.
Hey, I love it too. This is going to be so dope. Hey, everybody out there, make sure you go to www.manifesthersummit.com. It's December 7th to the 13th, correct?
Yes.
And they have plenty of panels for you to check out. Will it be on replay? If I don't catch it live, if I register, will I be able to catch summits that I miss? How will that work?
We will have some of the replays will be accessible, but not all of them. But I will be sharing all that information. We're going to be streaming it live in a Facebook group called Confidently Connected Tribe. If you're a member of that Facebook group, we're going to have some of them on replay. But then also what we're going to do is we're going to take bite-sized pieces of the summit and then share some of them out to YouTube, build up the content. We live in a world of content and share it out that way, but it's not going to all be available on replay. You can purchase the library of the replays if you would like, or you can join the Facebook group and get some bits and pieces like that.
I love it. It's so many ways for people to consume the content, but we definitely want to make sure we're there live. So everyone, like I said, women,
you get to ask questions live.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah. We got to register. We got to support. And this is going to be so dope. Qadira, thank you so much again for taking time to speak with me. Everybody, like I said, head to that website. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We all need to make sure we go and manifest at ManifestHer Virtual Summit. Okay, get your life and build your business and be a better life. Be a better woman. Be a better businesswoman. And you can learn all of that at the ManifestHer Virtual Summit. Thank you again. I appreciate you, my friend, my sister, and I thank you for allowing me to be a part of this.
It makes me warm up every time you call me your sister. Thank you.
I love it. I love you. Give that type of energy. I don't even really say that to people, but for whatever reason, I keep saying that because I feel that energy, and you've always been so 100 and so cool and so nice, and I always appreciate that, especially as a fellow businesswoman in South Florida.
Thank you.
Thank you. So y'all, let's make sure we're headed to the ManifestHer Virtual Summit, December 7th through the 13th. It's all there for you guys. Make sure we register, and it's going to be so many great things for us.